Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. We are moving into the back nine of round two, and so far we've had some pretty crazy action in the first round, lots of birdies, some decent scoring. Second round has been tougher playing from the longs. I can attest to how difficult it is, and we've definitely seen some struggles here a bit from the ladies, but overall some great golf. And today we are joined with Holly Finley and Colleen Mcinnes to carry on the commentary. So what's up, ladies? How's it going?
It's going great. Welcome back, everyone.
Yeah, thanks so much for tuning in. I'm Holly Finley. You can check out my Instagram at ofinalefinley.com. We've got a card full of really talented ladies, starting out with Sandi Hendel, sitting at +9 for the event so far. She's been making a lot of really great putts, and that's been fun to watch. And then my co-commentator here, Miss Colleen. Love the facial expression. Sitting at +7 for the event. And then rounding out the card, we have Miss Chantel, a new up-and-coming player. I love watching her style. She's sitting at +5 for the event, so actually leading us.
And doing a great job from those longs. Can't wait to see what Chantel's going to do in this back nine. Hopefully we see some more monster drives from her with that ballista.
Yeah, she's really good with that.
All right, great. We're moving into number 10, par 4, 518 feet. Once again, another hole that gets a lot of distance added to its initial drive, and a very important hole to make sure you land correctly into the fairway. Pretty straightforward. I think last time we saw a little bit of trappage go on the right side and have to pitch out from Chantel. Hopefully that gets fixed up, and I believe the rest of you did really well. Landed, I think, center and left of the fairway.
Yeah, oh, and Sandi had that almost black ace there.
Oh, I recall that, yes.
And beautiful. Right down the middle. And gets past all those bushes.
Good correction there. Look at this drive.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good shot, Colleen. Nice one.
Got enough turn on that. Stay out of the danger zone.
Little squirrel running across the fairway there.
I saw that.
That's one of my favorite parts about playing disc golf is all the forest friends that you get to see along the journey.
Mm-hmm.
As long as it's not snakes. I don't do well with snakes.
Or ticks. No ticks.
Yeah,
like
those, yeah, we're not friends with those.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Good kick to the left. I think she wanted to have that skip in a little bit more.
Good run.
Good bit at it, though.
Now we do see...
It takes...
Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say it takes a little bit of extra concentration at this park sometimes with the bicyclists and the dog walkers and whatnot in the background. You know, you can't really expect them to stop what they're doing. You have to adjust.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this course is very much alive. It's a complete island, which makes me wonder how all this neat wildlife got there.
Yeah, man-made as well. So it is not a natural island. And there's a lot of people living on it right now. There is a lease that they have with the city that they've renewed, which is nice for those homeowners. But I can only imagine living on the island, waking up and going to play around a disc golf. We do get a lot of bird watchers there as well.
What a life. So a birdie from Colleen and Sandi. That was well done.
Excellent play there. That's a very tough hole to put a birdie up to, so great job on that. Moving to number 11, par 3, 414 feet. Working up the fairway, rather open, and then you're met with this sort of island tree combination, and you can either go up the left or the right side of it if you overshoot. So let's see what happens. You can really see how this tree on the left affects the fairway a lot more from the longs. Great drive.
Just the right amount of risk there. That was nice.
Yeah. That's a left-handed player using that shot perfectly. Look at this.
Turn. Get a little bit
Oh,
extra
that was a good
distance.
shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All three of you with excellent progress up the fairway.
I like this position because you can see the basket.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. So we're all going on the inside route instead of that back route that me and Chantel had last time. And it feels like the more natural way to go.
Look at this.
Yeah, Chris parked this hole yesterday. He didn't have
Nice
to
little hyzer chip shot from you. I like the arm steer. Get over there. Get left.
You gotta talk to them. If you don't talk to them, they don't know what to do.
It works.
Putt.
Great.
All right. That was a good par putt.
It feels like all three of you mentally reset now that we've moved into the back nine.
It really does, eh?
It's weird, eh?
I certainly have seen it in the change in my game. I'm not making these crazy mistakes anymore.
All three of you look more relaxed, like, okay, it's time for the next half. Let's reset. Let's rethink about how we're going to do stuff, and your driving has been much better.
Yeah, you never really get a break from these tight fairways, so it's nice to have bigger landing zones. I think that might be helping a little bit.
Pars across the board. You made it look easy on that one.
That's right.
Race continues to stay tight with Chantel with a narrow one-stroke lead for second and just 3 strokes for third.
Ooh, look at that juggling.
Pretty skilled, eh? Look at that. Oops.
It's funny all the little games that people end up playing or tricks that they learn while they're waiting for a card to move ahead.
Yep. Number 12, par 4, 530 feet. This hole is way harder from longs. You've got to traverse all this tight fairway and all those big bushes, and if you get stuck inside those, it's at least another stroke just to get back out. Let's see how this plays. And by the way, you're going to see a lot of bicycles and a lot of action behind the baskets. People love to hang out there and watch.
Yeah, I love these little covered pedal cars. I've never really seen that before. Ooh, a trickle off. Luckily, you mentioned this earlier, Colleen. These bushes are so thick, sometimes they help out and you sort of stay close to the edge because the disc can't even get inside them.
Yeah, absolutely. A little bit of luck.
Sandi taking a pretty wise route and just avoiding the danger.
Oh, and Chantel really pushed that distance. That was great.
The Warden.
Yeah, they don't make that disc anymore.
Wow,
DD,
what a great standstill.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
slap those
Yeah,
trees.
DD took a lot of discs out of their lineup that they're very utility style discs.
Look at this.
On the edge.
I love these tree formations on this hole. They look ancient and really cool.
Oh, I agree. I was thinking the same thing.
Oh no. This could be a... Okay.
Okay, I'm on the edge.
It looked
the
like
edge.
it just came out of her hand a little early.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you're throwing at pedestrians like that, your mind and body don't really connect. And, what you're thinking like, oh, just don't hit anyone, don't hit anyone in the back of your mind. And then your body acts accordingly by messing up the shot. So
Yeah.
it's important at these types of parks, I think we mentioned it earlier. Sometimes it takes a bit more concentration. That was a really good upshot from Sandi.
Absolutely. That's something I've been discussing actually with a few friends the other day about taking that extra moment, especially for new players who haven't played tournaments. Some solid advice to, we always worry about doing our shots within the allotted time, but take that moment to really refocus. It's so important and it's so helpful. You're joking, you're laughing, then it's your turn to putt, and you really need to re-engage.
Yeah, and if you paid the money to enter the tournament and travel there and committed all this time, you want to perform your best. So Yeah, take that extra moment, pay attention, focus up, and make those birdie putts.
And this hole too, even without the pedestrians, there's another basket there. There's another tee pad off to the left, so it engages with a lot of other players around too. People cheering for a shot, and you're right there to putt. And so
I like what Jeff said earlier. This course is very much alive.
Yeah.
Very much so. Between the people and all the cool animals and the bugs hiding in spots you don't want to go. It's a very, very fast moving and changing course.
After hole 12, Colleen and Sandi with pars on the hole and Chantel with a bogey, but it's still a close race here.
We also have a tie for first.
That's right. Switching up again. We'll see if one of us can pull out ahead, or maybe Sandi comes in from behind. These last few holes are really tough.
All right, number 13, par 4, 532 feet, extended fairway. It's so very important to get to this junction halfway down landing zone and be in a position to be able to make it up the rest. Let's see how you tackle these. This looks pretty good, actually.
Yeah, so I just down to mid-range. Leaked a little bit too far left for my liking, but definitely wasn't going to push this.
Not as much arm steer action as Sandi hoped for, but it looks like she's right on the edge.
Maybe she needed to wave at it more like Chantel.
This is fine. Like, ending up far up the left is all right. It's just these two trees in the middle of the fairway. That's where you can have trouble. They block. But if you get the opportunity to get a full action and get a full drive, then you should be fine. I'm surprised she throws this from a standstill.
I think it's because of all of the stuff that was there. She just didn't have a safe, because you don't want to twist your ankle or something, step on a root that you didn't know was there.
Well, either way, she got the power she needed to get pin high.
Gotta work on getting with you.
Yeah, and distance on this is good regardless of where you're landing up there.
See, somebody donated a hat to the course up there in that tree in the corner.
So, Holly, what do you think of this course overall? I mean, you've got a chance to see it now from the shorts and seeing kind of some of the changes in the longs. Do you like it? Is this on par with what we see in the U.S., or what do you think?
Yeah, especially from the long tees. I think that it would be a fun event to play as an elite series, and having the option to play the short and the long layout gives it a nice versatility, especially when you have multiple rounds. So I wish that I had gotten up there. I'm going to have to add it to my list of must visits.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Hopefully for an event,
with
not just for fun.
Well. We'd love to see you out in PEI or up to Toronto.
Yeah.
I know BC has some beautiful courses too. Anywhere we can get you.
Bogey from Sandi there and a par putt from Colleen.
Look at this.
After hole 13, Colleen and Chantel are tied for the lead, and Sandi is just 3 behind. Did you know the score at this point, Colleen, exactly, or were you sort of doing a average in your head?
I did. After the front 9, I looked at what damage had been done, and at this point, I tried to just maintain.
Sure.
And not let myself get farther down. But I was surprised that we ended up tied at this point, and it kind of relieved some pressure. So I think that's why my drive started going a little bit better.
Nice.
But yeah, like we were saying, with a whole nother 18 holes after this round, I really try to always remember that I've made so many good shots, and there's more good shots to be had. Don't get too worried. Don't stress yourself out.
All right, moving into number 14, par 4, 556 feet. This is an interesting hole because we have almost essentially two separate fairways that are joined with this kind of tight junction in the center. And your first shot is all about positioning yourself in the right spot to be able to make it through that junction. We'll see how these ladies tackle this problem. Sandi should be in the best position given the fact that she's left-handed, and she's really putting herself in tough spots on these outside bushes. This looks good. Nice shot.
Yeah, it's tough going from short to long like this because you really want to come out the second round really pushing things, and it's hard to have to be almost laying up to landing zones.
Would it be better to put the longs round first or third?
I think third would be great because you're really challenging yourself at the end.
Mm-hmm.
But it depends on the layout of the tournament. Like for a 2-round tournament,
Oh no.
I'd rather play the longs round first because you have more energy in the beginning of the day, and then at the end of the day you're playing the shorts. But
You're going to feel better about that.
yeah, but this tournament, for example, we had 1 round each day. So at the end, if it's the last round and you're really pushing those, this whole tournament could have gone a different way because you saw how well Chantel is playing these longs.
You're right.
If I had gotten a great lead in the first 2 rounds from the shorts and then done that, it definitely could have changed.
It allows you to play a lot safer in the third round too and be defensive.
Yeah.
Go in.
What do you think about that, Holly? Would you rather play the longs at the beginning or at the end of a tournament, if you had that layout?
Yeah, I think I would rather have the longs at the beginning for the main reason you said as well, just to be the fresh round, especially if it's 2 a day. That was a long one from Sandi. Look how she walks in all casually, like, you know what, guys? This is just another putt. I do this all the time.
All in a day's work. Look at that.
I'd be
beautiful.
running up there.
Cheering
I love
and
it.
shouting
Yeah.
away.
Nice.
All right, I can putt from the bushes on this hole. That's what I'm learning.
A beautiful day for long putts.
All right, there's number 14 all finished. Chantel reclaiming the lead there.
Yeah.
All right.
Number 15, par 3, 300 feet now from the longs. It's a much longer shot. It's actually a much different shot too, is it not?
Yeah, it's actually a lot farther. The tee pad is right, so it's more of a straight on shot, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this looks great.
Ooh.
I love hearing the good attitude and the cheer on the card.
Yeah, absolutely. That good energy.
And people, you guys are like supporting each other's shots. You know, you want each other to make the putts. It's always a good feeling to, you know, it is an individual sport, but it does help when the card mates are supportive and, you know, good vibes.
Yeah, we all want to see each other do the best shot. Like, sure, we want to win, but we want to win because
We all hit it straight.
we played the best, not because people played the worst. So it's always good to cheer and keep that energy level up, and then that does help challenge each other, because if you're playing well and you're cheering for other people and then they're playing well and then you're going for more stuff and risking more and doing crazy cool shots.
That's the ones we live for, the crazy cool stuff. Easy par putt from you.
That one was like just cradle it in there. Nice and confident.
No, good for the squirrels. They need something.
We were making a joke about I don't know if it was like a meme or something, but this guy who goes, "Wow," just kept doing that to each other's shots. All right, a bunch of pars. That's a nice hole to throw in there. Feel really good about yourself. Chantel,
Yeah.
she had a little more distance. That was a great ace run line.
Coming into the end of the round here, it's time to finish strong, and sometimes that can be tough to do. What about hole 16?
Now this has moved back. The tee pad's moved back left, so that bush that you see it becomes very in play. You really want to get over it, and then it again is just going to be a drive, possibly another drive.
Let's see how these ladies tackle this hole. Par 4, 615 feet. As you guys mentioned, that bush does come into play, and very important to stay in the center of the fairway as you work your way up.
Yeah, and as you saw Chantel do, she swung it out a little right to stay away from that bush, and then ends up hitting the tree.
That was too high from Sandi.
Yeah. Oh, that was very low, but I was lucky I punched
You're
through
out.
there.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, I never do flicks, and that went way left. Actually went onto the path up there, which crosses a fairway, so I had to hold those guys up throwing.
Roll out. Turn it.
Roller.
Oh, I take that all day long.
That rolled her out. It might have rolled her back farther, but she's in I think a better position there.
Look at
Nice
this
low
shot.
line drive from Sandi.
Beautiful shot. Do those bicycles that all these people... Yeah, right here. Do those bicycles... Do you rent those? Is that how
Yeah.
that works?
Yeah, and you can rent ones that everyone bikes or just the front people bike. They're
I
great
love
fun.
that.
Yeah.
That's a must do.
It's nice because...
Oh, wow.
Hold on that. I'm just crisscrossing fairways. Left, right, left, right, left. Yeah, and that's the trouble with trying to do a turnover with a low line like that. It is tough because you end up not having enough height to get that full flight, and then it cut rolls. I've certainly felt the cut roll before. Great
Yeah,
upshot from
this-
Sandi.
It was. This is a challenging hole for sure. Who put that there?
Get the chainsaw out. Go in.
Oh, I wanted that to
Please,
go in so bad.
So did I.
Little low. This is what I've noticed throughout my years of golf, creeping in around hole 15, 16. Even if the hole isn't that hard, it's just hard to finish strong and maintain focus. You know, your energy level's a little lower. And
I
then,
think-
sometimes you start rushing even. And there's just a lot going on at the finish of the round. We definitely don't want to see those types of scores, but it is what it is. And we just, hang our head high and move on to the next.
I think you're right. And when you've been beat up by a course and you're getting to the end of it, you just want it to be over.
Yeah, and that goes back to what we've been saying many times before is just take that extra second, don't rush, visualize your shot, know what you're going to do and execute it. Don't get up there, tired and angry and rush through the motions. You've committed to the event, play your best on every single hole individually, and then hopefully when they all come together, you'll have a good round.
Yeah, great advice.
All right, number 17, par 3, 391 feet, extended about 40 feet. Given the way this hole was played from the short positions, unless you can actually reach the basket for a birdie, it's not going to play much differently than shorts, as in you'll take your drive, make your upshot, and putt your disc in. Let's see how this hole's tackled.
I like the spot that Sandi and Chantel have landed in. That should make for an easy up. Maybe even a long jumper.
A little height on that. I think the height might have helped me from preventing me from turning right. Now that I watch that line again.
Go in.
Oh.
Go in.
Wow.
What a shot.
I know. Oh, that was good. Nice, solid upshots. Even after, a little bit of misfires on the previous hole, it's like it didn't even phase you girls. You just came out, put your drives in a good spot, had these simple upshots, and boom, making a par putt. That's what we love to see.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow, well done. Pars across the board. Going into the final hole here. Chantel in the lead, +8. Sandi in second place at +10, and Colleen sitting in third at +11.
We have almost all been in every position at this point.
It has been fun to watch it swap around.
All right, number 18, par 3, 320 feet from this position. This becomes much, much more difficult than the short spot. Your route choice is so important. If you take the right route and low up the fairway, you have danger on both sides of that thick bush. And if you decide to go left and high, same problem. You have to get a very good drive to get over it to take advantage of your opportunity for a birdie. Let's see how this is taken care of.
Sandi with her Innova Boss off the tee, a bit of a misfire into the shoal on the left, and it looked like it penetrated a bit in there. So, I'm anxious to see what she has to contend with next.
The longs almost takes out that left line. It is massively hard to get the distance to get over all that. So I think we're all looking for this gap here.
I have seen that disc being used on previous holes that does turn over when she puts a lot of power on it. So I would like to know what that is. What is your red disc you're throwing off the tee?
Oh, what a rollout.
So lucky. That's a jade. So it is understable driver, fairway driver. And I really feel like I know the white one is a ballista. I'm not sure what that like pinkish salmon colored one is.
Oh no.
Oh no, wow. Ooh, that was so lucky. I mean, thank you, course. Thank you. It's like sometimes you make the worst mistake of the round and the course is like, you know what? You don't deserve that. Here you go. Right back in the middle.
Oh, of course, sorry, I know.
Thank you, friend. Wow, what a good touch up shot.
Yeah, she's got that touch on her forehand. It's beautiful to see. Great.
Okay.
Sandi's like, you know what, guys? I'm done with putting. I'm just going to walk up and drop it in. Way to finish, solid finishing putt for your par on hole 18.
Par is definitely a victory on this one.
Yay.
Look how happy you are. It's like, oh, it's over.
That's right, because I already forgot about those last few holes and just focused on how I made that putt. And that's all I'm going to think about until the next day.
Wise decision.
Sandy borrowed Chantel's putter so she wouldn't have to bend down and mark it with the mini. I love that. That's, just the camaraderie and demeanor that is lovely about our FPO division. Here, borrow my putter. It's no big deal. What a fun round to watch, and what a tight race. Look at this. We got Chantel in first at 9 over for the weekend so far, and Colleen and Sandi are tied after all of these holes and all the different ways you can play the course. It's just so bizarre that you two are tied. So I can't wait to tune in for the next 18 holes and see what happens.
Yeah, and it's so crazy because Sandi and Chantel were tied after the first round, and now me and Sandi are tied after the second round. So it's just insane how, like you said, you could play so many holes and end up the same in such a different way. Some beautiful putts there. Look at that patent pending.
Yes,
Wow.
These slow motion replays. I live for it. Thanks so much for covering the females, True North Disc Golf. We appreciate it. We really love when we have camera people out promoting and covering our female division. So thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. We're going to continue to cover a few more events this season. I think the next one we're going to do will probably be the provincials or something like that. And I know there's a lot of players signed up to play that this year, so we'll be getting some coverage of FPO for that.
Yeah, with as big of a field we have, it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, that's going to be some great action to watch. All right, guys, there you have it. We are finished up with round 2, and we will be moving directly into the finals. Very close race with only a couple strokes separating all 3 ladies here. So any last thoughts, guys, before we move into the final round?
I just think this goes to show any players out there thinking about tournament play, anything can happen. Don't ever discount yourself because you're in last or because you're behind someone. It is a roller coaster out there, and keep with it. Stick with those good throws.
Yeah, and one thing I'd like to add too is kind of to lift the veil a little bit about the pro side of female golf, because it's really a lot of fun. So if you do have the intention of getting better and you want to play or see yourself playing in that division, don't think it's scary at all. Sign up, jump in, come play some golf, and have a good time.
Yes, hope to see you out there. I'm Holly Finley. Thanks so much for tuning in.
All right, guys, we will be back very shortly with round 3. See you soon.